Hey everyone, welcome back to Attacking Third. Euros quarterfinals are just around the corner. They all kick off on Wednesday, July 16th. Of course, Attacking Third will be going live immediately after it. So that's Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern, live right here on YouTube and anywhere you get your podcasts. But let's talk about it because we get to see Sweden against England and then France against Germany. Jess, you teased us with this Sweden-England matchup and what's going to happen. Sweden leveling up every single game that they have played. They scored 8 goals. They only let in 1 through this group stage. Is there a weakness for this Sweden team at all?
Right now, I don't see it just because, like you said, they've been getting better this tournament. They're another team who's been doing so. And you know what? I was worried before this tournament even started for Sweden in the final third with Blastenius, because she can be a very inconsistent striker, and I knew she was going to be getting a lot of minutes in. And so now I'm like, okay, her and Kosovari, Aslani, they're meshing very well together, and I'm like, these are the 2 key players in that final third who's going to have to crank it up. But it's not even just the 2 of them at this point. Those are the only 2 who I mentioned for this Swedish side. Now I'm like, okay, everybody showing up and showing out, and you love to see it. So I think Sweden's a tough team. Weaknesses, not so much. They haven't allowed too many shots on target against them, but they're about to be tested now. England's been scoring just as many goals now. And so we're going to see how well they're going to defend against a better team going into these knockout rounds.
I think potentially we could see a weakness in Sweden not having possession against the Lionesses and to give up some of the ball, because they're going to want to control it. I think, like, if you go pound for pound in the midfield of who's going to keep it, I'm giving that to Keira Walsh and Georgia Stanway and the Lionesses all day, just because of how tremendous they've been. And for Sweden, they're going to have to adjust and adapt in this match against England without the ball, learning to dictate the tempo and kind of figure out how England ticks, but doing it a little bit more defensively than they've been forced to do so far in this group stage, I think.
I do wonder if Sweden has strung together enough kind of like eyebrow-raising performances that Serena Wigman kind of takes that and tries to maybe make some in-game adjustments of her own. I think to start out the group stage, they struggled with that. England was like shell-shocked to open their tournament. Like, Wigman was on the sidelines like, what is going on here against France? They had to kind of do some soul searching a little bit coming out of that locker room and going into the second half against France, and they needed almost 90 minutes to actually get one in the back of the net to try to end something respectfully here. But they've gotten it together over the course of their last 2 group stage matches. So
that helps the team. You could argue that helps the team because
I think they're peaking at the right time. And so I do wonder if that match day 1 was the sort of kind of hard, quote unquote, lesson for England to take moving forward. That even if Sweden, who are very good at maybe making those adjustments and adapting their game plan, that maybe England will be better prepared for that going up against the Sweden side, having had that game against France earlier.
If I'm England, I just have to be very cautious that you cannot count Sweden out. No matter what minute of the game, they've shown a lot of mental fortitude in this tournament as well to grow over the course of 90 minutes and get better, find different chances, and just hurt you in a quick moment of counterattack, of getting in behind on a set piece, right? Of course, that's Sweden's specialty. And if England gives up sloppy fouls around the 18, even 35 yards out from Sweden's goal, they're going to get punished. No sleeping in this game at all for England. They can't even take a moment off. Sweden, England, guys, this is a good one. Do we want to give predictions for this match that we will see coming up this week?
Sure.
Yeah, Sandra's like, yeah, man. Jess
That's
is
what
like,
we do.
Oh, I hate this.
Jess,
sweating over here. I hope y'all understand.
Get in, Jess. This is what you were signing up for. You're going to be on Aether. You got to make predictions.
I know.
You know what? I'm going to stick with my energy from earlier that knockout rounds are the difference maker. They're the catalyst to change tournament football. We might have been seeing a lot of goals and a lot of exciting play in the group stage. Not that we're not going to see exciting play in the knockouts, but I think the scoreline is going to be more narrow. And I'm with you, Lise, that maybe we're going to see some tactical battles in the midfield a little bit. But going to be about who's going to get more clinical opportunities, and I think that's going to go the way of England. So one might be 1-0 in England's favor.
Ooh.
No goals for Sweden. Okay. All right. I'm gonna give Sweden 2 of them. I'm gonna go 3-2 England.
Jess wants goals.
I think there's gonna be goals, man.
Let's go.
That's my striker mentality. I want to see goals.
Yes, I do too. Just the way this tournament has gone, and even both of these teams, England and Sweden, coming off of multi-goal games, right? Through the group stage, being able to put away different chances, but it's going to come down to being really clinical in front of net. As someone is saying, I don't know where the chat message is now, but someone said if Sweden win this, they're winning the Euros. They're going all the way. Similar to how you mentioned, I am going to stick with my guns until I'm proven wrong. So I'm going to go England 2-1 over Sweden. Sweden still win though. There it is. James, Lion Spirit. Love it. If Sweden beat England, then Sweden win it all. You heard it here first. All right, let's talk about our other quarterfinal matchup. Now that we know it is France against Germany, guys, what a dang matchup. I love this one so much. I think that more of the question marks are on Germany at this point. We touched on it earlier in the show, Sandra. What is going to happen without Gvin, who's been out on injury? Wamser is out on the red card. Who's going to fill in that left back role? And how much is that going to hurt Germany against a France side that, man, they can ball on the right side of the field?
Yeah, I would have really loved to have seen a player like Wamser kind of build up over the course of this tournament, and she's probably going to be praying that she does get an opportunity to continue to do that. I think at this point it's outside back height by committee for Germany. I think, look, if you're an NWSL fan, maybe you're going to be tuning in to these players who are eventually going to jump stateside and start playing for a club. Maybe we're going to get to see a bit more of Catherine Hendrick for Germany, kind of relying on the veteran. I think there's not a lot here. You have to use who's available. That's all it is for Germany at this point. And I think if you're France, that's going to be the opportunity, right? I think if you're looking at the game plan in front of you, you're looking at that side of the pitch and you're going, the game plan is attack. Go, 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 go. That is the French game plan. Go, attack that side.
Do you think that Germany could possibly come out in a different formation? Almost like a 5-back to kind of fill in that outside space against France?
I don't hate the idea, but I don't know if they showed us enough of their adaptability, I think, in that sense. Formationally anyway.
Yeah.
I think they adapted, obviously, enough to kind of, compensate for player. But who knows? Maybe that's going to be their shake 'em up moment for sure.
Yeah. And on the other end, France, if I'm France, boy, I'm licking my chops to go down their left side, boy. I'm licking my chops. Oh, they got their third string outside back? Oh, let's get to cooking and we eating. We just doing this all day.
What about in Katrin Berger for Germany, Jess? Because in the game against Sweden, I mean, it was not her best performance, but does all of that fall on Berger's shoulders, or is some of the defense to be held responsible and kind of held up to par for that performance?
Honestly, it's equally both, simply because, there are high expectations for Berger, and there are some of those goals that we see go in that, we've seen her do plenty of those type of saves in the NWSL. Mm-hmm. And so I don't think that she has been at her top performance this tournament so far. And I think that hopefully she turns some type of switch on going up against this French side, because France have been creating a lot of opportunities this entire tournament from start to even today's game. And so I don't think we have seen her fullest potential so far this tournament. And so I have to give it to both the defense and Berger as well. Maybe lack of communication, who knows, from coming from her in behind, because you need your goalkeeper to almost have you guys like puppets in front of you, her defensive line. And so there have been moments where they just looked out of whack, inside the box, which is very unusual. And then Berger not making some of these saves. And I'm like, kind of stumbling upon some of them. I'm like, this is not a side we have seen very often with Berger. So I think it's both, honestly.
I think it's really mental. It's been really a mental challenge for Germany during this tournament, and not being able to just be locked in on everything that's going on. And now that they're taking on the France team that is just leveling up every single game, I would not be surprised if we see more of a low block for Germany.
Really? Man, yeah. I don't know. Honestly, if
I don't want to see it.
Play it safe.
Don't want to see it, right? That would change the game entirely. And I want Germany to be this free-flowing team that has creativity and that can get forward. But I could see them drop more players back and just keep one or two up and send them. Like, send Schuler in over the top and get her in behind. And that's how they would try to hurt France.
Jess, I don't know. You planted that seed, and now I feel it itching already in my brain. I'm like, and you too, at least, like hearing you kind of build off of that, I'm just kind of like, wow, like, will this be the game? Like, we see like something formational shift for Germany.
Because
I don't know.
They have Berger who can play assists to forwards, right? Like, that's what they could do. Kind of just send it to some extent. I have no idea.
I don't know. It's a real bag of tricks. We'll see.
Good thing I'm not the head coach, but
Amen.
Let's do predictions, and we do get to pick. So France, Germany, this game is 6 days away from now. It is going to be on Saturday, July 19th. Jess, who you going with? France, Germany, score prediction. Give it to us.
France 3-1 over Germany. I'm gonna give the Germans 1 goal. So, I'd say because France has been getting goals scored against them too. Their defense ain't the greatest. Their center backs are a little suspect every now and again. So I'm gonna give Germany 1 goal, but I think France is gonna take it to them in that final third, boy, and I'm excited to watch that.
I like that you're always giving goals, Jess. I'm with you on this one. I think that both teams are going to score. It's going to be high scoring. I mean, the 5-2 today for France over Netherlands sounds crazy to get 7 goals, because we could see that again. I'm going to go 4-2, though.
Wow.
4-2.
Okay.
Wow.
France wins.
Oh, my goodness. 4
Sandra?
goals?
Yeah.
No, I'm still staying on my everything's going to be narrow train. No, I think Germany's going to get a goal, and I think France will get more, and I think it's going to be 2-1 France. Blue Kool-Aid's the best Kool-Aid. I think Cascarino's going to get an assist and a goal on top of it. Cascarino is eating up and going to be eating against Germany as well, so let's go.
Unstoppable. Delphine Cascarino has been unstoppable, as is this France side in my mind. Guys, I said it, tier A for me. They're looking pretty good. I'm right until I'm proven wrong. That's it for the group stage. We're advanced to the knockout rounds, and that's it for A3 on a Sunday, recapping all of it. Thanks, guys, for hanging with us in the chat on YouTube. You guys are the best. Mwah. Thank you so much for hanging with us. If you listened as a pod, we appreciate it. Download, follow, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And don't forget, you can vote for us for a People's Choice Award for Best Female Hosted Podcast. The link is in the description. There's a QR code on the screen. Go to the drop down, select Attacking Third from Best Female Hosted Podcast, and vote for us. We so appreciate it. Thank you, guys. We're going to be back Wednesday, July 16th after the knockout game. It is between Norway and Italy. So the recap is happening right here on YouTube. And then, of course, you can listen as a pod. We'll see you 5 o'clock on Wednesday. Have a great rest of the weekend, and we'll see you soon.